Tonight I'm so excited to invite you to a private dinner which I was lucky enough to create and share with some of my closest family and foodie friends. And I also got to spend it with a talented Australian MasterChef winner, Andy Allen. It's all thanks to a special request from Jacob's Creek, a wonderful drop of Australian wine. When I was first asked to host my dinner party, I started to create crazy recipes for the menu, but then I realized it wasn't about experimenting. It was about inviting Andy to experience my dinner party my way. Even my wife got involved. She loves all the little details, and she created a beautiful table setting to make the dinner even more special, and everybody was able to experience our dinner right from the heart. It was magnificent to have the chance to show off recipes I have grown up with, been inspired to make from my travels through my home country, as well as some that are now special to me thanks to my wife's family, not to mention pairing each dish with a perfect Jacob's Creek Reserve wine. Tonight, guys, we are celebrating a beautiful evening, having a nice Italian feast with you guys, and we have lots of foodies tonight. Frank, my father-in-law, great foodie. The other Frank, who's been in the restaurant business for a long time, and he knows lots about food, 20 years. 21. Lisa, a traveler and a foodie. My mother-in-law, Maria, a great home cook.
Oh, thank you.
Andy, a master chef, Andrea, for tonight. I mean, a master chef winner.
Mireille,
Mireille, another great foodie, and a cook, right?
Yeah.
Suzanne, my wife, foodie of course, and a great cook too. We have George from Sydney Food Crew, who is a food space. He knows a lot about food. He knows
a little bit.
Maybe you don't cook, but you know a lot about food.
Like
and then we have Enzo, who is very famous in the Italian community as a foodie, and also in the Sydney foodie community. The question is, I'm growing up with my grandmother, homemade food, cooked and eaten straight away. Everything has to be eaten, fast, and it doesn't matter how it looks, and you just put it in the plate, and it should look amazing. It does taste amazing. What's happening in the last 10 years? Things have changed in the food industry, and presentation has become more important than taste. So my conversation tonight, and I want to have opinions from you foodies, especially from you, from Maria, from Enzo, and from you, George. Why this happened? Why is this?
Well, I'll start by actually not agreeing with what you just said.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think there has been a time where food has definitely come down to, you look at the big fine dining craze over the last sort of, I would say 6 or 7 years in Sydney and around the world, I suppose. I think it's dying. I think there'll always be a place for it, and I enjoy going out and having my mind blown by things that don't taste what they look like, and a carrot coming out and tasting like something that is totally different. I think there's a place for that in food, but I think the time is sort of done for that. As I said, I think it'll always exist, but I really think food is going back to where it's come from. It's more about the ingredient being able to taste more like that ingredient than it ever has, and trying to source the best ingredient that you possibly can, and doing not much to it.
But I'm glad that you believe in the taste more.
Yeah, well, that's definitely that's my philosophy. I'm sure there's people out there that put a lot of time into their presentation, and there is. You go to a lot of restaurants these days, and it comes out and it looks amazing, but it just misses the mark on flavour. And for me, that's the most important thing.
With social media being such a big thing these days, we do eat with our eyes initially, and that's what captures people's attention first, but the place has to back it up, and it has to be amazing food. So yeah, we would, as an Instagram account, try to get that one amazing shot, and yeah, we might eat our food cold sometimes. but it's all. But we've tasted the food. We know what we'll eat it as well, or we'll go back to the place, or we've been there previously. We make sure that it is good before we put our name to it.
Well, I'm a real still firm believer of that old cliche, less is more. So it's all got to do with produce, but it's all got to do with the less that you actually use, the less ingredients makes the better flavour. So
True Italian.
that's just, yeah. So, and I guess what I mean is, I grew up with all those wonderful cultures, and my beautiful dad, everything that he put on that plate was grown in his backyard. So everything had such incredible taste. So we would have something as simple as pasta with broccoli and extra virgin olive oil. That was it. Yeah, so it is all about flavour. So Andy, I totally agree. So it's lovely to hear it from a young man.
From Master Chef.
From a master chef.
I think you do.
You're very well known in
You
the
eat with your eyes is definitely, you know, something that we all can agree on. And even at home, you know, I don't generally make individual dishes for our children and our family. I generally put, you know, everything on the table. So, and we try to make that look as nice as possible, you know. And so, you know, you might have a beautiful orange and fennel salad, or, you know, a rocket and radicchio with parmesan salad. And it's just as simple as putting like a salad on a nice orange bowl instead of just everything on white. You know, I think sometimes it's just as important, you know, using the right bowls to actually present your food on. But at the end of the day, the ingredients are always simply prepared using the best that you can get, and that spread of food on that table will always look good.
Agreed. Agreed.
Not to see me very hungry. I'm eating a lot. You know, it means my stomach.
And that's how Italians eat. They don't, you know, everything goes in the middle of the table, and everyone just helps themselves.
Yes.
Agreed.
The
And
plating is not something that maybe now in the modern cuisine, yes, we're learning, we're improving, and we're great Italian chefs, of course, but our cuisine started as, like I said before, peasant.
Yeah.
We just put it in the middle of the table, and everyone, ooh, okay, go.
Yeah.
You know, and I still love that.
I was going to say, I think at home, where we expect those more traditional meals that are shared, we want to share them in a traditional way. So we'll put the pot of soup in the middle of the table.
Yeah.
So for Greek Easter just recently, we had a big chicken. It's called avgolemono, so it's chicken and lemon soup essentially. And Mum's cooked a big pot with I think 6 or 7 chickens in it, and we had our 30 cousins sitting down the table, 3 times the size of this, and dish it out to everyone, and everyone has a nice bit of soup after Easter. So it's about the traditional meals. Yeah, you want to serve them up the right way.
Take a photo of it.
We took photos, but then
What I love about the Greek Easter, it's not the same like for us, so it's after, so that means I can go to this Easter. So next year I'm coming.
No, next year it's the
Next
same,
June,
isn't it?
I
I'm
think.
not sure.
So I think we should have a toast to long-lived tradition.
Jacob's Creek.
Yeah.
This special dinner was all about the authentic Italian experience and what I would do for guests in my own home, including probably making much more food than anyone could even try to finish.